New Zealand.
Wow.
Show me the old one.
What? Alright, you might want to sit down for this.
Oi, sit down lah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a happy day. We're back with another episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for This. So if you're standing up, you might want to sit down for this. This week, we're talking about our adventures to the other side of the world. Ming Han, Sophia, and myself, along with Elliot, who isn't here today, had the opportunity to travel to New Zealand. Not to be mistaken with Old Zealand.
Otherwise known as the country of Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
It is the country of Lord of the Rings.
Question. Is Tolkien from New Zealand?
Yes.
Really? That's a bold claim. Someone fact check.
No,
Can we get a fact check?
the director is
Yeah,
from New
he's
Zealand.
not. He's
Tolkien
really
Jackson
not.
is from
Not Tolkien.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson, not Tolkien.
It was
Tolkien from
Peter
Narnia.
Jackson's service for New Zealand.
Understand.
Yeah. He's from Narnia. Tolkien is actually
Okay.
from Narnia.
And today we're going to be talking about a little bit of the adventures of what went down in New Zealand. If you've ever been to New Zealand or want to go, this podcast is for you because we're going to break down the things that you should be looking out for and whether it's worth your time at all. Vivian is here as the third eye.
Yes.
The all-seeing.
The all-seeing third eye who will facilitate the journey.
Damn.
She will be you asking us the questions.
Damn.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle yourselves in because this episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for This might be the most sad of all.
You're really hyping it up for,
I really am.
things
Really
that like...
But
it's
just
like
to
the
give people context,
Okay.
how did you guys end up at New Zealand?
Ming Han,
Wow.
I feel like you have to do this
What a
story
great-
because we were in the car coming back from a shoot.
Sometimes,
Oh, yes.
sometimes the point of life is to do things that you usually don't think is important. Like, hey, one day I just went to a card store and I'm like, look at that box.
Okay.
I really like how that cards look. And I started to open them. And that's how we went to New Zealand.
So, real quick jump from the origin story.
Basically, so the context for the whole New Zealand trip is, honestly, there's no other way to put it than the card game that we like to play,
Flesh and Blood.
Flesh and Blood.
Shout out.
The creators of these card games are a New Zealand studio, right?
Yes.
And beyond our wildest expectations, okay, we have been making content for like card games and games. If you guys have noticed, we have a gaming channel, like a small platform we call 12 Juice, and we have done Flesh and Blood content there because we all play the game, we love it, it's great. To our surprise, they invited us over to New Zealand to just experience a celebratory event. And that was like, what? Because I think they have a point of contact. They called us up, they emailed, and they asked, like, oh, do you guys want to come over to New Zealand? Because they usually do events. They did an event in Singapore. We went to Singapore. They do events. They're going to do an event in Phuket. And we were like, oh, New Zealand, wow, that's really expensive. I mean, thanks for letting us know. It's like, no. He was like, we'll pay for you guys to come over. We'll pay for your accommodation. We'll pay for everything. You just guys come and enjoy. You're like,
So everything, your flight, your accommodation done.
yeah,
You'll just show up.
it's insane.
It's
so expensive.
Yeah. But how was your reaction? Because you got the call first, right?
How
was it?
So there's like 5 minutes of my life that I do not recollect at this point. But I think immediately it was getting as many details as I could from the call and texting the group right away. And you were with them.
So at the same time, we were all put into a Google Hangout. So it's Ming Han, Elliot, who was at the hospital with his mom.
Yeah.
Because his mom just fell.
Yes. I don't know why we're laughing, but
And then Soph and I, we just shot a video and we were coming back. And then Ming Han said, LSS, Legend Story Studios, wants to invite us to go to New Zealand. We were like,
my gosh.
are you sure? Are you sure?
And it was
like
mad.
little old us. You know?
Yeah, little us. Like what was going through your mind?
It was very exciting, but it also felt a bit surreal.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where you're like, you don't know how to enjoy good things, You're just like, oh, it's great. We'll see how if it happens.
I think Soph was in constant disbelief up to the point where I think even when the tickets were being bought and she was handling like the comms.
Yeah.
She's
Because
like,
it feels like
are we
work.
going?
It's still logistics, what, right? Oh, we book this, we got to book this, we got to arrange this.
You just didn't believe.
Yeah.
And And I think then she had to go through her whole plane freedom thing. Then
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
when she
you have
touched
a
down,
f- yeah, you have
maybe
fear
when
of
she
flights.
touched down only, then
Okay, let's talk about getting on the trip, right?
Yeah.
So it was really tight because the day before we flew, actually our sister
Oh, yeah.
Ming Lee got married, and
it was a tough choice, man.
we were so close.
It was a tough choice.
Like we were so close to not going for Ming Lee's wedding.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, hey, I want to see.
Okay, what if the dates actually clash? How
No,
would
I think
you
we just
guys-
fly off like the day later.
later.
Yeah.
No, I want to see my
yeah.
sister the next time we go for dinner.
Yeah. It's true. We were so tired. It was such a long day. We got back, and I remember that morning itself, I was still packing.
Yeah.
But luckily we got an afternoon flight. And I don't think it hit us because I remember very clearly when all of us got into the plane. Like we weren't talking much that morning. We all just kind of like, oh yeah, let's go, let's get ready, let's try to rest a bit. I remember when the plane started to move, all three of us just slept. And when we woke up, we were landing in Singapore. So that was our first transit, right? And in Singapore, we were supposed to meet Elliot. And so we got Elliot, and then it felt real because the sun started to go down. And I remember saying to them, evening flights are weird for me. I like flying at night or just in daytime, but when you start to see the sun going down, I'm like, wow, this makes me feel very mellow.
It's very
And then we
emotional.
it's quite emotional. I don't know why.
I understand.
Does
I was
anyone-
emotional for different reasons.
Okay,
But, it was the fear setting.
Oh yeah.
That's a different topic altogether. We
Soph
will love
Soph
talking
has
about.
a big fear of flying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got on the flight. Elliot unfortunately didn't sit next to us. He was sat quite far away.
Yeah, because my credit card got limit.
Yes.
I can't buy 4 tickets together. Guys, it's expensive.
Yes.
You know how much did you guys? Are we allowed to share?
Yeah,
How much?
just say.
How
One
much did you
ticket to
spend?
New Zealand, right, fluctuates to a point where if you don't buy it at least 3 months in advance, it goes to 7,000 for a return flight. Okay, it's 7,000 bucks for New Zealand, guys. Yeah,
There were definitely flights that were 10K and up.
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
to go to New
Wait, that's
Zealand.
more expensive than you going to
Yeah,
UK
America.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
It's America.
America.
It's a very weird situation because the flight there is not expensive. The flight back is the one that's a killer.
Why?
understand how that
And we
works.
don't understand. It's a no. Airplanes work in mysterious
So
ways.
the answer here, guys,
Yeah.
is just get a one-way ticket.
and don't come
don't come back.
back.
I will see you.
I think the New Zealand immigration is going to talk to us.
wait for Mata Fair. Wait for Mata Fair 6 months
Hopefully,
before.
yeah.
Okay, that's it.
So we got on a plane and we were flying Air New Zealand. And I have to say, I have to make this statement. I think Air New Zealand has been the best food I've ever had on a plane.
Yeah.
What did you eat? What did you eat?
Legit.
Sorry, I love plain food.
We had
Yeah, you're not ready for it. You're not ready
we
for
get
it.
we got the lamb stew
Yeah.
with mash.
This is for
Yo.
dinner.
It actually tastes like lamb.
like good.
Yeah.
Like not
Good
not
lamb.
like airplane, you
No.
know.
It
Like,
was very good.
The airplane bun also.
I love
bread
airplane
rolls.
bun.
Bread rolls on the
butter.
plane?
But
Yes.
it
Trigger
wasn't
words.
like, and they didn't give, well, they gave butter, but they also gave cheese.
Yes.
And it wasn't like, you
cheddar.
know, those
It's not ass
like,
cheese, you know.
sliced
It's not the
cheese.
blue ass cheese.
No, it's
It's like
not.
friggin' like
I like the cheese.
camembert or
You know,
something.
Yeah, it was really good.
I held the cheese in one hand and I ate the lamb in one hand.
Yeah.
Together.
But you know what? The
Damn.
whole way, I didn't say much because I've been through this route and I saw Ming Yue and Soph and Elliot at the back there, someone enjoying himself. And I was just like,
It was.
Yeah.
It was
You just knew.
It was also really great because
so
so
good.
happened
Yeah.
we got the front row seats where usually
Oh my
children
God.
so much
Oh,
leg
then
you
space.
got
leg
yes.
Oh.
I could do this and
They-
still not touch the wall.
By some
Oh.
miracle, we
Smack.
had the what do you call it? Bayonet seat?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
all the
where they put
babies
the
Oh,
on
the
babies.
baby
Yeah.
bumbo.
And that flight,
No
no
babies.
kids.
It was great.
Peaceful.
God.
Just a smelly lady next to me,
Why do people
Which-
take out?
which you need to
Wait.
listen to the story
Wait.
at one of my stand-up shows.
Why do people take out their shoes?
Damn, Elliot was complaining about kids crying. I was complaining about this. Never mind.
Wait, why do
Damn, smelly.
From
Smelly
the
ass lady.
feet or from where?
Body.
stop?
Whole body.
Sorry,
It was
I'm
mad.
done.
It was
I'm done.
crazy.
Why do people like to take out shoes
How
in the
long
plane?
was the flight?
10 hours.
Ah,
8.
9.
hours.
9. I had to ask Ming Han for a mask.
9:40.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
how did you not pass out?
I think I did for a while.
It helps with the sleep. It helps with the sleep.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, New Zealand Air,
Yeah.
I have to say, okay, we're not talking about Emirates level, okay? We're talking about New Zealand Air, like, which is like, I think everyone can afford
Everyone
to
was
sit
so
in one
polite.
day. New Zealand
Yeah.
Air, stewardesses, airplane pilot, hey everyone, how you doing? That kind of thing.
That's
Top
mad.
That
class.
was rough.
Top
But
class.
it was great.
It was great.
So
Yeah.
we finally watched Barbie.
We did.
We
Oh,
watched Barbie. I
enjoy?
It was actually
it's
not
good. It's
bad
a good
because
movie.
like the screens were actually quite a good size as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personal screens, yeah.
I mean, it's not a podcast about Barbie. I have a lot to talk about Barbie, but
That's for another time.
I gotta say the airplane trip was one of my highlights because I've not been to the cinemas in a very long time.
Also, you got to catch up long movies.
I saw Oppenheimer.
He saw.
Like the 2-minute
He
trailer.
also watched Blue Beetle and The Flash.
Oh.
Wow, I'm so
Did
sorry.
you guys sleep?
Like,
Wait,
Ming Han slept.
how were you watching this? Through your closed eyelids?
Don't
I
worry
swear
about it.
you were sleeping.
I was a bit sad because Oppenheimer was a trailer. I thought it was the whole movie.
Oh.
So I watched 2 minutes of Oppenheimer.
And you thought that was the movie.
Yeah.
Quick question. Are you the kind who, I mean, Ming Han is, are you the kind who binge watches movies on flights?
Oh,
Or
yes.
do you just, like,
I
knock out?
want to, but I always knock out.
Hey, that's good. That's healthy.
Oh, that must
Yeah,
be
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
She
You
can't
did not sleep a week.
So yeah,
I
let's
didn't.
talk about. Okay, so we are leading people through our journey right now,
Yeah.
and this is a very important part of the journey, the flight.
Yeah.
All right, and one of the most interesting things that I've learned about the people around me this trip is Savira has an extreme fear of flying.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I had an extreme fear. I went through a phase where I could not sit through turbulence. Like I grabbed strangers' hands
Nice.
on the plane. Like there was a time because I'm afraid of heights, and I feel that goes very very like close to flying because like
Oh, wow.
for some reason there was this time where my brain connected the heights and the plane together, and I was watching like a lot of plane crash videos, right?
No.
Man.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm in the middle.
Hey, you're
I could
triggering
drop,
some people right now.
right? But the thing is, this is weird. I got over it. For some reason, I got over it. And
A
then,
lot of prayer.
And then I saw Soph. And I'm like, nope. I had nowhere close to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't associate it with anything. I just had the fear since young.
Oh my
So,
god.
and it's weird, right? Because like you see buses and whatever, and they're so rocky, and I can sleep. But like in a plane,
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's the thought of being suspended in the air.
It is.
So as long as
It is.
it shakes just a little bit, I'm like, okay, Jesus, I'm ready.
it's quite
It's
bad.
time. It's time.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You know, like how, okay, this is my trick. If the plane is rocking, I will always look at the stewardess and the stewardesses.
They're always calm.
They're very calm.
Yeah,
But
Except
the
on their
minute
flight back.
when
not
they
reliable.
because it's so bad, the flight back was okay. The flight back was horrible turbulence, but they were still serving drinks. Okay,
I saw the fear in their eyes.
right? They were like, okay, we're gonna sit down, please. That's fine. But when
Because it was Air Singapore, I heard them say, suspend us. Suspend.
yeah, so
How bad was the turbulence
it
back?
was bad. It was
Like-
bad. It was
like-
shaky.
Like it was like,
Like-
my benchmark is very high. My benchmark is the time I almost died on the flight.
Ah,
This was
when
second.
when?
yeah, there was a
when I was in England.
yeah on one of the flights there. Ming Yue called back on the plane because everyone was calling their families.
I called back on the plane.
Yeah.
What happened?
You have not
like,
told this story
Yeah,
on
you
the
haven't told
podcast.
this story.
I feel like we have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I'll
you
do
would
it
have.
again. Not now, but
One day.
like TLDR. I was flying to Edinburgh from Birmingham, and what was supposed to be a 45-minute flight ended up being 2 hours because there was a storm cloud circle. I don't know what happened.
land
But
or some
basically, it
shit.
could not get out, and then the plane was running low on fuel. Turbulence was so bad, people were crying, and the air stewardess were crying as well.
Oh no!
So everyone
that's
whipped out their
bad.
phone calling.
When
So I was
air
like,
soldiers start crying,
I
then
think
you
it's
know.
real. I think it's real. So yeah.
Thought it was like 2 a.m. Malaysian time or something.
Oh.
My mother was like, come down, we got to talk to your brother. And we went to the dining table and
It was alternating between phone call and messaging.
yeah. And then Ming Yue was on the other line like, yeah,
I
still
think
in
this is
air.
it, guys.
It was very chill. So we were like, head home. Like, so...
There was no panic at that time.
No,
Or
because Ming Yue was like, hi guys, yeah, plane is very bad. Turbulence is very bad.
Yeah.
That's it.
So to me, that's the highest level of turbulence.
Okay.
Coming
Yeah.
back from New Zealand was second.
Yeah.
It's close.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
But,
bad.
but on the
That's-
way there, I mean, back to the story. Smooth.
No. So I learned something as well. Always look at the stewards and the stewardesses.
Yeah.
Never look at Soph. Because when you look at Soph, you really feel like you're going to die. Like, it's so bad where she...
I have this trick where, well, if I can't hold anyone, so thankfully, like, Ming Yue is next to me, right?
I know-
But
I
I,
know
have a
blood
free
well.
hand.
One arm is just blue.
Yeah.
Hey, you're lucky you got
Like,
that arm
legal
still.
copies was setting in. You know?
But the other free arm will basically grab onto the belt, like really tight.
Yeah, she was
That gives
pulling-
me a sense of security.
Oh.
Like, I got to peep at her face for a bit. It's just...
Yeah, she does it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really stressed
You
You
out.
put
in
me some
pain.
melatonin. Is it called melatonin?
I
Oh,
feel like we
I-
need to get to a point where the dosage is almost lethal. Then only she can.
Yeah, so I gave her my sleeping pills.
Oh.
Nothing.
Didn't do squats
It's
for her.
The
mad.
worst part is I get drowsy,
Oh, but
but
you
I
cannot
can't sleep.
sleep.
So I'm
Yeah.
in like a
But I
half
think
drunk
the crazy part was
state.
the crazy part was that on the turbulent flight, she was so scared. I think you tired yourself out because you slept.
Yeah, she
After
slept.
Yeah,
that.
I did.
It's mad. So there's a tipping point.
All right, back to the story.
Yeah, sorry.
Right, sorry, yeah.
So,
So food
okay,
was
then
great.
Food was great.
Yeah, we landed.
Amazing.
Landed, and
We
then
landed.
how was it the first impression?
Okay,
Wow.
when
Okay,
we landed,
Auckland is not impressive.
Auckland's
Oh.
alright. I mean, okay, when we were landing, because we were like sat at the place on the plane where the only thing you could see outside the window is the wing.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a bit disappointing.
okay.
So we
You,
were like,
you thought you were going to see like the lush
I thought
greenery.
I could see
Yeah.
the mountain
Yeah,
range
yeah.
straight away. Unfortunately not. So
Nope.
we landed and I don't think we saw much actually
Nothing.
because
Auckland, nothing.
yeah, we just kind of went into the airport and I was like, oh, it's a bit warm, innit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hot
It's
there.
summer.
It was
Oh,
summer.
And just shoot me in the ass. I hate summer.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we say that, but it's only like 26.
That's not too bad.
It's not that bad, but they were layered up, you see.
Oh, you were prepared
Okay,
for
but
like
like-
wind lah.
So the thing about it is that there are no clouds.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
like
the
direct
sun
sunlight.
is just like
It's
direct.
really
Oh,
weird.
damn, that's
Like,
quite
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But
My left hand burn.
it's like that through Melbourne in Perth. It's like that one. It's like just very clear.
Yeah.
The air is so nice and cold.
But the
Suddenly your
sunlight-
skin painful
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you forget.
Yeah.
that sun
Yeah,
is
so
sun.
actually-
yeah.
When we landed and we walked around, it felt a lot like Perth to me.
Mm-mm.
Like
It
because
is,
it was
it
a
is.
city, but it wasn't busy
It's
and it was a
really chill.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It
It's
was
Sydney
quite
at
chill.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really Perth.
So we got in on a Saturday. We hit straight into the city because there's nothing much to do at the airport. And when we got to the city, we realized that we were staying next to the casino.
Oh,
And Ming Han and Elliot
you
popped
went to
off.
the casino?
No, so something that I learned to my delight, man, is Elliot enjoys the roulette table. The worst game in the casino.
You don't want to you pick a number or a
and you
color.
spin tick, 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 tick,
Okay.
tick, tick. He loves it. He sits there like an old man for like 2 hours because he minimum bets everything and he only
Oh.
bets on one number. I'm like, you're mad.
So he sat there until he got his number.
Yeah, and he did 2 times.
Oh,
Hey,
And
that's
then-
not too
good for
bad.
him.
And that's how you sit there even longer. I'm like,
Oh.
Elliot, you won. Leave. No, it's okay. I'm not going to keep playing. And okay, well, damn. Yeah, apparently it's like that. But I just want to say the casino is stacked against you. Don't go to that. Genting maybe better a bit. Not
Wow.
financial advice. Do not follow me.
Don't go.
Just
Don't gamble.
go casinos.
Don't gamble.
Don't gamble.
Conclusion,
Don't
conclusion,
gamble.
If you
gamble.
need help, find the helplines. Okay, I was there because it's also Elliot. It was Elliot's birthday week,
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
right?
right,
So
right. It was- yeah.
he was like, buy out my birthday, buy out my birthday. I'm like, okay. But we were smack in the CBD, guys. I think we just need to acknowledge this. It's like staying next to Pavilion kind of thing. That's where
Was
we
it?
I
were.
think Pavilion is so more happening.
Sorry, we stayed at TRX.
I mean, I don't think we can compare like the crowds,
No. Yeah.
but
Yeah, no, less crowds.
yeah, I can appreciate how chill it was for a city.
I really enjoyed
Slow
our
city?
first few days there. Yeah,
Slow city?
Auckland's really quiet. I mean, at least on the weekend when we were there.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things being in the city, because like we didn't do that all that much as well.
Yeah.
We ate a lot.
Ooh.
Cafe
We walked
hopping.
a lot.
Yeah.
But I think one of the key highlights across the whole group were the scooters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
Oh
was
yeah, I saw your
gosh.
stories. You guys like it's like our scooters here,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a beam,
Like the
like
beam
beams
scooters.
here.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think it was Elliot who was like super hyped.
He
And then
was.
all of us were
Yeah.
just like,
Screaming.
yeah.
That's the weird part. Singapore got scooters one
But he just doesn't.
But he
Yeah.
does, I think he stays too far from the city.
Or
to
maybe it's like
appreciate.
us, we don't get the beam here also ma.
Cause
We
but-
got, but we don't do
we
it.
will
Ah,
die.
we do, yeah.
Yeah.
that
It's
is actually
like-
fun.
But when you go
Physically
there,
impossible.
you're just
We were crazy. Like cause she doesn't know how to ride a scooter.
Another
So
thing I
we
learned about
shared-
Sophie, yes.
Yeah. So we shared a scooter, and then it was so funny because
wait, the scooter is big enough for 2 people to stand on.
So a lot
quite
of okay, you're not supposed
You
to.
are,
I'm
you
quite-
are.
guys,
You are.
you're not
Petite
supposed
princess.
to. You're not supposed to. But a lot of people double scooter.
yeah, a lot of people.
right? The funny part was we live uphill.
This is crazy.
So-
How does it go up?
So it doesn't. It doesn't. It was really fun. It was like
crazy.
Elliot was like, yeah, and I was like behind it. And then we flew up the hill, and then we looked behind. Like, where's Ming Yue and
It
so?
got to the point like so momentum wise we were doing pretty well. We
It
were
was
like,
going.
I said to her, "Oh, I'm quite surprised because we had a fully charged beam." I was like, "All right, you know what? This could be the one." So we started going uphill, and I was like, "Wow, we're getting some really good momentum." And then got to a point where I was just absolute throttling, and Soph and I were not moving. We were just
Oh, we got a balance.
and then it started to wobble. And I was like, "Yep, we gotta get down." So then she had to walk uphill.
And you went on a scooter.
I had to,
Because she cannot ride a scooter.
so I had to wait for her at the top of the hill. And then we got out
And
again.
I'm just cheering. Yay,
Oh
guys.
my
So
god.
fun. So
Auckland
fun.
is quiet. I think some of the highlights over that weekend was we were actually there and there was a protest that happened on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
So
it's-
and
it's
very
mad.
peaceful protest. Everyone was at the city square
Yeah.
next to the train station. We had fun just kind of like exploring the city because we've never been there. Looking at cafes. Let's talk about food.
Yes.
Wow.
The one
I'm
thing
not
I'm
gonna
curious
lie.
about.
It's
said-
not like it didn't blow
Okay.
my mind.
Yeah, I was just telling you just now. New Zealand's food is very hit or miss. You really got to know what you're eating and what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Because if you go to
I
like
think
random
specific things.
yeah, if you go to like Eggs Benedict, it's like
Like
like that lah.
Like that.
Really? Because we went to some cafes.
But then
right?
all your pictures, the food looks so good, and then your captions, you're like, guys, this is the best food. The
Yeah, yeah.
best.
So the stuff
we
that
found
I
the
sent
hidden
you,
gem.
that's him.
It's not
I
me.
know
It's
the
it's
not
stuff
me.
that I sent you
Yeah,
is
it's always
good.
him.
The bread, you say, wow, this hidden
Oh, the
gem.
bread is good. The bread
Yeah.
is good.
Okay, I think like because we went to a lot of cafes and restaurants.
yeah.
I think in a way, like because the cafe food, a lot of it is similar to like Australia or even here,
Yeah.
which you can get. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
in-
what's good is their like
ingredients.
their
dairies,
ingredients,
fresh.
Butter.
So
Butter.
yes.
butter.
So
Dairy products.
the breads or pastries that are very butter heavy, you can taste the difference.
Yeah.
Like it is a different level of like even the pies that we ate, right? Yeah, they can be in the shelves for like
Oh.
a day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Flaky, crisp,
Describe.
smooth.
Oh.
You
Well, how
eat-
is it different from the butter here?
I think the ratio because they do it so often. I think the ratio and just the sheer the quantities of pastry versus filling
Oh.
is at a point where it's perfection.
And by
right?
the way, the filling, right, does not make the pastry soggy.
yeah,
Yeah.
No matter
that's
what,
surprising.
Yeah.
we've never had a soggy pie.
It's true. It's
That's
true. And
how
even like
consistent.
inside, right, malele, you know.
Malele.
It's
Like
very
you bite and then the
malele.
sauce all come out. I'm
Apple
like, how
pork
is
belly.
it? How does it not
Apple
make everything
pork-
soggy?
Yeah, apple pork belly, venison, mushrooms, no sogginess.
Yeah.
Zilch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think one thing that's mentioned was like just the ingredients and the quality of it. You can really taste it. Yes, the food wasn't amazing because like you've had eggs Benedict
Yeah.
at big breakfast, but like having scrambled eggs there, wow,
Different.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because they mix it with milk and like cheese.
The minute the milk touched the food,
It's
oh
crazy.
my
So
That's
the one
crazy.
thing, like if people are traveling there for the first time, they should have like
dairy.
anything that has dairy.
Anything
Yes.
that's dairy. If you're
Butter,
lactose intolerant, don't go to New Zealand.
I will up your ante. I'm a bit sensitive to lactose nowadays, but
Okay.
you eat the cheeses. Because if the cheese is done right, that enzyme that
The
makes
fat
you
is sweet.
like no,
No.
what
Taste it at the tip of your tongue.
are you tasting farts? Like what's happening?
I don't know.
Like the cheeses are
cheese.
insanely good, and they do not cause stomach pains because it's so well made already. It's just like that. Like the whole time we were there, I don't think I drank a single cup of black coffee or Americano. I
you
just
drank
went
all
straight for latte,
Yeah,
latte,
yeah,
latte,
yeah.
cappuccino,
Wow.
latte, latte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have a lactose thing.
Yeah, it's a.
I
it's
think
a
you
milk
just
thing.
tell
You know how
yourself
much she
only.
wanted to eat at Patagonia.
You
Yeah.
guys just let
Yeah.
me live. You know,
It's
just
full
let
on
me live.
dairy.
Like key highlight in Auckland, one of the things that we found was this shout out to the Malaysian girl who said hi to us, Natasha. We went to this gelato place that's so fun
Oh,
called
Giapo.
Giapo. And
Oh,
my
I
lord.
can only imagine.
That's-
Like,
this was our first ice cream.
oh,
This was the first night. So we went to like some random we went to a random pizza place that had pizza traditionally made. And then we were like, oh, this is really good pizza. This is very Italian. And then we looked up and we realized that the chef was Chinese. And we were like, wow. Then the Italian guy was like, he's best. We were like, okay, cool.
It's mad when the chef is Chinese and all the servers are really Italian.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like,
Oh,
and
damn.
he's the one winning awards.
yeah.
The Chinese guy won
Yeah.
awards, right?
Wow.
So we ate there and we're like, okay, cool, let's go explore. We rocked up to this place called Giapo. Very weird. They had no sittings. Like you can't sit in and
The
eat.
whole shop is a kitchen.
Yeah, the whole shop is a kitchen. Like you,
also you go in and then people are just making ice cream
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
sit outside and wait on the bench.
yeah, and then you eat
That's
outside.
it. I love it.
And the ice cream we had there, oh my lord,
The
best.
first time we tried like the hokey pokey,
Ah, okay.
flavor,
Yeah.
which I didn't know was a New Zealand
It's a New
thing.
Zealand
It's a
thing.
New
Yeah,
Zealand flavor.
Yeah. It was so good because I think it's also not too sweet.
Not mine.
That's the theme of the
Yes.
ice cream there.
Not too sweet.
Not too sweet.
But yours was
Yeah.
too
She
sweet.
tricked me.
What she trick you?
I like that
crazy.
flavor. Let me try that flavor because it has like hazelnut.
Oh,
you know the basic Ferrero Rocher kind of tasting
okay.
thing. He's like, oh, this one's really good for toppings. I'm like, yeah, give me the toppings. So I thought like, okay, I drizzle some stuff. My whole ice cream came out significantly different than anyone's ice cream.
Yeah,
It's like
yours had like
diabetes level.
marshmallows and burnt caramel
It is-
sauce.
She
it
gave
was
you
like-
everything. One
Yeah,
of
by the
everything.
time I finished the topping, I cannot taste the ice cream. That's how sweet it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was so
Pretty
good.
Yeah, go to
It was so
Giapo if you're in
Giapo.
Auckland.
Amazing.
Must.
How was
hi,
the
Natasha.
How was
Yeah.
the meat there?
Very good.
Meat.
Not like crazy, but I have to say even like because I mean Auckland. I mean there's only so many meals, right? If we fast forward to Queenstown, some of the memorable meats that we had was like from this place called Ferg Burger, which is their big famous burger. Very good beef.
yeah.
I think the beef is very good. But then we went to this farm for the dinner,
Mm.
and the meat there was good.
We didn't really
Wait,
go to specific.
You went to a
We
farm.
went to a farm.
So
for
you
dinner.
saw
Oh my gosh,
the.
we're skipping ahead. Can we talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like
we
the
need to skip
moment
ahead, yeah.
Wind
Oh,
back.
sorry.
we
Queenstown.
like landed in
We need to talk about
Queenstown?
Queenstown.
Oh,
Queenstown
Queenstown.
was
That's the, hit.
highlight.
That's
Yeah.
the hit.
Okay,
But meats generally the whole trip we didn't go to anywhere meat specific to eat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like when I was there, okay, we're not talking about this story today, but when we were there for our honeymoon, there are certain places where it's really New Zealand grass-fed beef, New Zealand grass-fed lamb. Those specific places, they do like the dry aged and like salted stuff. Oh my gosh, help me. But we didn't go
Hey,
anywhere this
also,
time.
quick disclaimer: if anyone from New Zealand is watching this and you'll be like, "Oh, you guys didn't go to this Korean place," I think generally we try to avoid Asian places when we go to Western countries because we have that here.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is and it's weird because Soph does a lot of the research. She's like, yeah, a lot of the recommended places are actually Japanese and Korean places.
Oh.
So like maybe not, man. Maybe
There's a
not.
very there's a very big culture of Vietnamese, Japanese, and Koreans in Auckland.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also just want to say before we skip past this part, compared to the places that we traveled before, New Zealand is the least racist feeling country
Yeah.
we've been
I
to.
felt-
Like,
Oh, that's
like in
nice.
Sydney and
That's
Melbourne, right? The racism sometimes quite bad one, but New Zealand is so peaceful.
Yeah.
The only harassment we got was of Asian bums.
Yeah.
That's
What is
it?
it? What? is that?
Yeah.
That's it. The guy that
Yeah.
told us he's from Penang. He's mad.
Yeah, there
And
was
he
this
chased
like
us.
wild looking Asian
It's
guy
like a druggie chasing
following.
us.
Oh, there was a
it's like
druggie chasing
real
you guys?
close, Yeah.
Yeah, for reals.
Yeah, and we were on
Oh,
scooters.
damn.
But I mean,
You know, we went-
it would have been an easy fight. There's four of us, so I wasn't scared.
I can't say.
I wasn't
There's a
scared.
rule. You just don't fight crazy
Don't
people.
make eye
Fair.
contact and just
Yeah.
walk along.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move forward.
I think
Okay.
that kind of wraps up Auckland. I think so to quickly touch about the touristy things that we could have done in Auckland, we're very disappointed that we didn't go to Hobbiton.
Yeah,
was
why you
raining.
didn't go?
Soph can tell the story. I'm going to use the toilet. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
But yeah, why didn't you
Toilet
guys go to Hobbiton?
We really wanted to. But I think we were looking up the weather before we went.
Yeah.
And then supposedly that whole weekend it was raining.
Oh man.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna fork out like $700 to $800
Yeah.
and walk around in the rain.
It's
Yeah.
really pricey.
So we're like, okay, never mind. We wait until we get there and see. We got there and it's full on like just the sun glaring back at us.
Oh no.
And then we're like, okay, let's try to look up whether we can go. And it was just sold out.
Yep.
I think the only one available was like some sort of special private tour thing that cost like 1,000, 1,200, and I'm like, ew.
So newsflash,
okay.
anyone who's trying to buy Hobbiton tickets, the minute you want to buy 2 days in advance, you're gone.
Just
Tickets
go,
are
guys.
gone.
Some people from like the different groups went anyway, and it was drizzling, and it still looked great.
Okay,
So-
got
well,
mood ah.
Do I
Actually,
have regrets?
drizzling nice, right? It has like the misty
Well.
mood.
not that much in Auckland, I have to
More
admit.
like the dampy, muddy mood.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
more than
were, they were all like wearing, those like makeshift ponchos that you buy in 7-Eleven.
Oh,
That was the vibe.
okay.
The
it's
weird-
not giving mysterious.
It's
Yeah.
giving pink poncho plastic
Oh man.
and green plastic anti-vibes, But no,
Aesthetic.
they
So,
wanted
yeah.
to go. They wanted to go.
Then you spend how many days in Auckland before you go into
3.
Only
just 3
yeah,
days?
3 days.
Then all the activities started when you went to Queenstown.
Yeah.
Ah.
So for those who are listening, we were basically the only reason we were in Auckland is because the office of the studio that invited us is in Auckland. So we had an office tour, which was amazing to
Yeah.
see. And we met the team, and that's the only reason we were there.
And we got some crazy cards.
Nothing else.
For
Nothing else.
if you guys are interested in that, then can check out our video on
Yeah.
what to
Yes.
juice.
Yes.
Yeah. We
That's
did a
great.
video over there.
Ming Yue's back just
are we
in
talking
time.
about Queenstown?
We
now?
wrapped up
Yeah,
Auckland.
we're
Okay,
going up to
sweet.
Queenstown.
Yes.
Yo.
So Tuesday morning, all of us went over to the domestic airport in Auckland, and then we flew over to Queenstown.
This is where the fun begins.
This was when I knew the gears were changing.
Yep.
Right? When we landed in Queenstown,
They were
they
like-
made it very clear
Yeah.
to not take out your phone on the
Don't worry
tarmac.
about it. Shh.
Because like I think because you have to come up from the airplane and just walk in straight. If you use your phone out there, of course you're gonna be dead and it's dangerous and whatever. So they made the announcement on the airplane, and before we alighted, there were signs on the door.
Don't worry about it. Don't
But
worry
the
about
minute Ming Han and Elliot went down, their phones came up. Right?
They just
So-
went full throttle Asian mode.
And before I tell you what they were taking pictures of, the airport staff on ground were shouting, screaming at them because the engines were all roaring. Put it, get it. Then so for now, it's like rolling our eyes. Yeah.
But I think that was the feeling when we landed in Queenstown. It was like, we are in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Then it really
Because,
feels like
Yeah.
because like when I looked around,
Uh.
honestly, I wanted to take out my phone as well.
It's crazy.
That's the
Unbelievable.
feeling. Queenstown's airport is
Oh.
the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
the one.
the hit. It is not
I
Auckland.
genuinely don't know how to describe it to you unless like you get footage and go Google like what you see when you land in Queenstown. But it's insane. Like the mountain ranges, the greenery. Like in my mind, I'm like, how is this even possible? I've never seen this before. It's beautiful.
Like
Yeah.
pictures don't even do it justice because when
Really,
you're
really,
there and
yeah.
you feel how grand the mountains are next to you.
yeah.
Wow.
Even if you're not a nature person,
Oh.
Yeah.
you could be blown away. Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly.
It doesn't make sense one. Like whoa.
So
like,
why do you take your phone out?
Because I want to take picture.
But they tell you don't take your phone
I know.
out.
I'm also quite like
pass you some time to talk to you.
I'm also quite like discombobulated from the plane. So could be argued that I didn't read any of the signs.
Fun story. When we landed in Auckland, there was a dog sniffer.
Yeah.
Right.
For
I don't
drugs.
know-
This was the
what's
best.
What's the
It's-
correct term?
It's, no, it's a
outing
police
you.
dog. It's a drug.
Okay.
It's a drug dog.
Yeah,
Drug
it's
dog.
Yeah.
It's a
There's those doggies.
it's a
ah.
custom dog.
Ah.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
But I have to say the New Zealand ones are very cute.
Very cute.
What
Alright?
breed are
So
they?
as-
Lovely dogs.
Beagle. A beagle.
Oh,
Very
Beagles.
cute.
Cute,
All right.
cute. Yeah,
Beautiful.
very cute
And-
dogs.
And one thing we realized that every dog in New Zealand, their coat, right? Wow, luscious.
Okay, that's most dogs overseas, I feel like. They
Okay,
just have
fair
a
enough.
happier life.
Here it's
Yeah,
just
they're totally
dry.
shiny.
Well.
When we were at the customs, just a quick story here. There was this lady in front of us, and then Ming Han, Soph, and myself. Elliot got pulled away. Elliot looks constantly dodgy. That's why
Yeah,
they keep
and
pulling him away.
I've never seen someone get stopped so much at the customs until Elliot travels
Have you
to New
ever heard
Zealand.
someone say, "Sorry, sir, your name is too long for your boarding pass"?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
They
has
had
three.
to write his last name has to be
He
written.
has three English
fit in
names.
the
Three
form.
English names and then three Chinese
And then
names.
Chinese
Yeah.
names,
Yeah.
So it looked really sus.
It's
Oh.
sus,
You know?
like overcompensation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to the customs as we were about to get out, right, with our bags and everything. And then on the wall, it says very clearly, do not take pictures, do not record. Right?
On me.
Lady goes in front first. She sees the dog. The dog sees her. The dog smells something and goes next to her.
Oh.
She thinks the dog is there to say hi. So she's like, hello.
It's
Then the officer's like, excuse me, ma'am, I need you to step out of line to follow us. Oh shit! All right. So we're like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Caught him. Yeah. Ming Han, I could hear him already. Ayo! And he's using his phone.
While they were
Stands,
making
right?
Oh
the
my God,
arrest.
that's so embarrassing.
While they
recorded the
were
whole
making the arrest.
You recorded the
We recorded
arrest.
the whole thing.
They're like, oh, it's so cute.
Ayo! The lady saw Ming Han.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir, are you recording this? Yes.
I need you to delete it. Let me see you delete
Yeah. She's like, I
Okay.
need to see you delete this right now. So when I was blind. I was like,
I don't know.
I
I
saw
don't
her.
know.
I'm like, this is another day in my life. I'm like, oh,
my
yeah, delete
God.
it. Thank you so
I
much.
was like, we
I'm
need a
like-
double up speed.
I
Oh,
was
but
like,
she was so kind of because I know some custom officers they are
Shocked.
more aggressive.
no,
than
it's New
that.
Zealand.
Yeah.
It's
She was
New
pretty
Zealand.
aggressive. I
Yeah.
thought she got to body check Ming Han, man.
So
As she should maybe you should experience that.
so the funny part was what happened was technically while I was doing the film, that hasn't happened yet. Because right, here's the thing. The woman that got stopped was like this woman with like a very big like tote bag and stuff, right? And we were like the same vibe. Oh, cute dog. The difference was the dog stopped next to her.
Yeah.
And she thought the dog liked her.
Yep.
Then she was like, oh.
She goes to pet the dog.
And then the best part was the officer gave it some time and she was just looking
she
at
let
the
her
woman.
pet her.
Yeah,
She was like, you do know why my dog is stopping next to you, right?
because the dog stops and then looks at the officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then looks at the back. Then looks at the
Yeah.
officer.
So there's a
Yeah.
sign like,
Yeah.
then the woman was like, miss, are you carrying anything in your bag? What do you mean? Are you carrying anything that's edible? Some cookies. I'm like, oh, well, that's our
GG.
And that's why we left. And that
And
was
then up come Ming Han behind.
yeah. It was
Okay,
great.
anyway, so that's Ming Han taking out his phones on the trip. If you
Good
ever
times.
travel with Ming Han, Just help. Tell me, okay?
Point out the signs.
Queenstown was crazy.
Oh.
What happened the moment we landed?
I don't know. So
You went to the hotel.
Yeah, but how did we get there?
Oh my God.
That's the question.
yeah, so we had to take a bus ride. And we thought we were already going to the hotel.
Oh.
But then just
luggage
before
in.
we got on the bus, they were like, "Oh guys, you're gonna get on a jet boat
To the
Then we're like,
hotel.
Oh, okay.
They kind of slid it in like, hey,
Yeah.
can everyone just take a tag and put your name
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So we can send your bags to the hotel first. I'm like,
Yeah.
Where we go?
Because you're gonna get on a jet boat, right? When it goes fast, it's pretty
just glides.
smooth.
It just
Yeah,
glides.
it glides. If you sit at the back, you won't feel anything. You know, we're like, okay.
Right.
Enjoy lah. You think like, okay, smooth boat ride. I'm just gonna slowly go there.
But like even the way we got to the jet boat was insane because we put all our bags in the bus. We got on the bus. We sat on the bus for 2 minutes
Yeah.
because the bus drove down to the lake.
That's it.
Get
Yeah.
out, guys.
We got out.
We got
and
a
then
lick.
they were serving like drinks, champagne.
It was like a garden party feel.
We
you
got
know?
everybody to
Oh!
sing Elliot happy
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
Oh
Enjoy.
my god!
Then we put on
Yeah.
this smelly ass life
yeah,
vest.
then they lumped life vests on us. I'm like, wait, what's happening?
yeah.
What's
and
the
then,
smell?
And then after that, they load us up into this jet boat.
Oh.
So in my defense, it was like we missed all the signs. I missed all the signs.
Okay.
As usual. One of the signs that I missed was this thing said jet. It like jet. I'm like, okay. Second sign was this hovercraft was reinforced with bars everywhere. This should be my biggest sign already. A normal boat don't have this, you know. Like, why do I need so many bars to hold on?
Oh.
So, damn, I missed all of it. And we were like, okay. And the third sign was this guy who came in the boat. Hi, everyone. Just want to say, okay, what? Normal briefing. When I do this, hang on.
Yeah. Hang on. That's all he said.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's like a bar in front of us that we can hold on to.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that is the prep
And then
that
we
had.
shot off.
Oh,
And we
my
shot off. And oh my
God.
lord. It was fast. It was furious.
Oh.
We were moist and wet because the lake water was smacking Ming Han's
Yeah.
face.
cold.
No, so
like,
basically
God.
what happened was we didn't know what was gonna happen,
I
right?
thought we were just getting a boat ride.
We started off and we were like, "Woo,
Yeah.
vibes!"
Yeah.
So like we're bolting
so
off,
beautiful.
right?
Like, oh,
And then because I think our first encounter is that we had to go under this bridge.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he goes
He
real
says heading
close.
towards the base of the bridge.
Yeah.
And we're like, bro, I think you're gonna crash. He just does a sharp turn and everyone
does a
flies
full-
in the boat.
Oh.
360 almost. And all of us just like,
Spins out. And then we were like, oh,
It's like this one,
this is
like
crazy.
this one.
And so for the next 20 minutes, we were all holding on to our dear life.
yeah.
Even him not doing this, you just
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
he does right. Who cares? Because no one can see his hand.
No, but honestly,
only those sitting at the back of him can see his hand.
Yeah.
at some point also, I think the salt water just like got to
Oh,
our heads, right?
it's
We are
clear
egging
water.
him on already. We're like,
Trust
do
me,
it.
it's
This guy,
clear water. but it's
amazing.
freezing cold clear water.
I would say if you were in Queenstown and then there was an experience or a package to get the jet boat ride, I would say do it because it's two things, right? Number one is the views. Oh my lord. I've never seen water that's actually blue. Number one,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The view of like the mountain range
Wow.
of the trees and then people's houses in the mountains.
Oh,
Oh, gorgeous. But then the thrill of it, oh my lord. That's I could smell death.
It's a bit mad.
Smell that.
It's a bit mad because
I love it.
I sat at that side. And
You were the corner lah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
literally beside the water.
Oh,
So when
then
the
you
guy
get everything.
makes
Yeah.
a turn, the boat goes into the water like that.
Yes.
So you rendam at the side.
Like that,
Yeah.
just go in like that.
Oh.
And it's just water.
It was great.
Drenched.
I've never felt people force feed me air into my nose before until that experience.
Yeah.
It's so cold. I was drenched, but the minute I left the boat, I was dry again.
Yeah.
I cannot explain this.
Because the wind was so strong.
It's so
Yeah.
effing cold.
But like it's so that was great because I have a video of us like
Just-
all smiling and whatever, and then I pan to Ming Han and he's just like,
Just wet, you know?
he took a shower.
It's absolutely crazy. So like all of us, and then every time he did a sharp turn, we all slam into Ming Han. So that was on the right side. And I tell this story to the team because on the left side of us, it was Ming Han, Elliot, Sophia, myself, and then there was this Japanese girl who came along for the trip. And she's like a Japanese idol for the card game scene.
He's very petite.
And she brought her mom. Alright,
Even
so
petiter.
Yui and Okasan was on the far left, right?
Yeah.
What
Real
they
auntie.
didn't realize was that every time the boat did a sharp turn, all of the body mass slides into the far left or far right.
Okasan.
I'm pretty sure.
Okasan got no
I'm
ribs.
pretty sure I cracked a few ribs on Okasan because when I went, all the weight of them were on me and Yui was having a good time. Okasan is I'm pretty sure I hurt her lah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Half the time we were like, is she okay? Is she okay? But again.
No.
Again, they wanted
This story gets me every time. I've heard this story I think like 3 times, but it's still so funny.
Can you imagine?
It was an experience.
You have no control. You are just smooshing an old Japanese lady.
Why did she sit at the side?
No one knew. No one knew.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
were
we
in
didn't
for,
know.
right? Yeah. Genuinely, we had no idea. But then,
intense.
so like, the boat brought us to what I would say
Queenstown
is
Harbour.
Harbour?
The wharf.
Yeah.
It was great.
And that when we got out and looked around, and it was crazy. This felt very surreal because like you take off from the jet boat near the airport, and so you see a lot of like buildings and stuff. And then the lake is like quite.
It's a huge ass lake.
Yeah, you see so much land masses, and then you don't know where you are. You lose sight of where you are completely, and then he turns into this opening, and then you just see like a small lake side, and then the mountain ranges, and I'm like, oh my lord, crazy.
Queenstown is a town built around a small part of the lake, and it's so beautifully developed, right? That after your sight returns after the jet, you're just greeted with this like not Santorini-ish, but like quaint Irish vibes with new like water and
it's crazy.
Like,
I don't know how would you describe the view? Like when we got off, and we're like,
insane.
You really can't.
It looks like a
because
picture.
it looks like a picture.
It's better than a picture. It's
really
like it's
is.
so sharp, and the lighting is perfect at like almost every point of the day.
And
It's
all the light does is accentuate the hills.
Yeah,
I don't know how to tell you this, but can you imagine like, okay, basically these hills are the same as our mountains with no trees on top. So it's just like you can see all the crack, like just whole blown.
Like one of the highlights for me was like I think it was that day or the second day that we were walking and the sun was setting and there was this guy busking, a pianist, and he placed himself at the perfect spot in the middle of everything, and he was playing.
Wow.
And it was so good.
It feels like you were in that Japanese movie, like My Name. What's it? My Name?
Your Name.
Your Name.
Yeah.
Our name.
Yeah. We're all our names. Yeah. So like even for me standing there, I didn't want to move because it was just too good of a moment.
The word's magical.
On one side, Elliot's crying.
They had each other, and Elliot and me, and Elliot was just next to me crying. I'm like, bro, what's up?
Elliot was crying.
Just like life, man. I'm so thankful. I'm like, okay, shit. You okay? I'm okay, man. I'm gonna be okay. I'm like,
but it was also his birthday, like
he was having an emotional moment.
Soak it in.
So I was just looking at them having a good time, looking at Ellen next to me. I'm like, I'll see you back in the hotel room. Then I go.
You just suck in the moment?
I've been there. I've sucked it in. I'll suck it in again. Like,
you don't know how to enjoy the moment.
No, I did. It was picturesque. It was video-esque. And then just Elliot and his
snot
coming out next to me.
That sounds so nice.
We took so many videos of it. You guys have... If you guys can see how beautiful it is in the video itself, right? Being there in person, wow, I cannot explain to you how much that guy's piano playing like made it all just that much of an experience.
But also, there was this jarring comparison because on one side he's playing and he's full on like
vibes
in his world.
Vibes, right? On the far right side,
it's like silent disco.
A group of 5 to 6 people on their earphones, just like popping off. And you can't hear the music because it's silent, right? But you have a DJ still, and he's shouting like, "Come on, guys, put your hands up!" And the other side,
weird.
It's weird.
You're like, okay,
Best
of both worlds.
Yeah. Let's talk about highlights of Queenstown. I think we did a lot more in Queenstown.
Yeah,
so
we did a whole lot.
So for everyone who hasn't been in New Zealand, Queenstown is the beginning of tourist world, right? That's where all the tourism starts, where all the tourist prices starts. If you go to Queenstown, the jet boat was the beginning of the water activities. So if you want to spend money, there's like a shark boat that I never ride as well.
yeah.
It goes into the lake.
Like a semi-sub.
Yeah. And there are water activities, a shit ton. There's a lot of restaurants and pubs and whatnot. But that is where all the things you can potentially start to do, like you can do in one place. Queenstown has the highest concentration of activities if you ever took a holiday there.
Yeah. So just to name a few, on like the second day that we were there, we took a cable car or gondola up to the highest point where of the town. Beautiful views. I think like we had the card games happen there as well. There's a lookout point. There's a cafe.
Yeah.
You can actually do paragliding from there. So you jump off and then you kind of like go down.
Yeah.
Beautiful views. The cafe was like insane.
You can look up the skyline. So that's where you do your paragliding. You can do the luge.
The luge down as well. There's a bunch of other stuff as well. But then on that same day, we also went to an onsen.
Was
Okay.
that was crazy.
So
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. This was the most, to me, I was a bit
Paiseh.
we're all gonna be in tub together. I don't know how I feel about this. But when we got there, we were just nude and enjoying
We
life.
were not
Oh
nude
my god!
lah.
Okay, yeah, I was
Full
just
on
gonna
nude.
say disclaimer, guys.
We
We all had our swimwear. I don't know why a lot of
But
people were like, "Wait, you were in the tub with 3 guys?"
Naked?
And I'm like,
I feel I
guys,
enjoyed it the most actually.
it was like think of it like a big jacuzzi, right?
Yeah, it's just a
And
jacuzzi.
it was great because 4 of us went as a group.
Yeah.
The others, some of them travel on their
Some
own
had to be
or like
strangers.
yeah.
It's
So,
a bit
awkward.
weird.
so we
But-
had the privilege of just enjoying
One tub
by
by
ourselves.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
But what really, I mean, okay, the onsen itself, great. But the fact that they give you New Zealand treats to
Yeah,
enjoy
there's like alcohol and chocolate.
the
Free
alcohol,
flow?
the chocolate. No, like you
No,
can
just
choose
one
serving lah, one.
one
Yeah.
serving.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a good idea to have free flow and onsen.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
yeah.
true, true.
Yeah.
But that coupled with the view, right?
Would I do it again? 100%.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
I think I would do it, especially if it was like, because like we've seen videos of that, and like a very good time to do it is actually during winter because each room has a little onsen bath, and then that overlooks a whole mountain range and river.
Wow.
If you go
Yeah.
during a season where the river is full and like
Yes.
the mountain is full of snow, oh my lord!
So that's a good point to have. I would highly recommend you choose a season based on what you want to do.
yeah,
Because summer, tons of water sports. I don't think I will go to New Zealand for water sports, but I was telling them like, wow, I literally can't recognize anything because when we went, it was
winter.
tail end of winter
yeah.
and the mountains.
white.
Yeah, there's a range called the Remarkables, right? And it really gets its name from what it looks like during winter.
Wow.
So I can't imagine how the onsen would have looked like if we went during winter.
Yeah.
Oh, so
My
good. Because
gosh.
because I think before we went, we did Google up a few things like what to do in Queenstown and whatnot. And then I did see this onsen thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, not gonna lie, the feeling was a bit like, onsen only.
Yeah.
Like you look at it, right? And then you're
Yeah,
like,
sure.
okay, cool. And then all the girls, like the bikini
The
babes,
bikinis,
you know,
yeah.
But we all took the
taking
photos
their
too. I mean,
photos
like,
and whatnot. And then you're like, I could skip that. But I think when you're actually there,
oh my god.
looking
nice.
at the scenery and experiencing it is a whole
Very
other
very nice.
feeling.
Very
Right?
nice.
I understand why people go to onsens now. Because I love Japanese culture, for example, right? But I've never seen the appeal of like onsens. Like why I want to get in a hot tub and hot pot myself with strangers, right? But when we went there, like the simple thing of that water and just like I think they ordered some wine and they gave us like Whittakers, which is like the New Zealand chocolate. Oh my gosh. And I had ice cream in the hot tub. Oh,
Wow. Enjoy.
thank the Lord
crazy.
for the good things in life.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Besides that, we also on the flip side to that, some of the other people went for indoor skydiving. We didn't do that because Wadutama has it, so whatever. The next day, some of them went bungee jumping.
Oh.
So bungee jumping was actually originated from New Zealand.
This was a great fact.
Or like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
creator.
Oh.
Of bungee.
Okay, I didn't know
the first point was where they all went for.
Yeah.
So it's quite cool.
Cool
Like
ah,
people
cool
went
ah.
to like the origins, right?
Yeah.
Original bungee
Yeah.
jump.
It's quite cool.
Still there, and I like how the tour guide was like, no one's died yet.
Yeah. we just giggled heartily.
Okay.
We obviously did not choose the thrill activities. We went for a chill one. So what we did, Ming Han, myself, and Soph, and then Elliot in a different van, we did a wine and
Yes.
beer
Tour.
tour.
Yeah.
So we went
It's
to
a
3
thing.
different wineries and orchards to taste different wines and beers.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a thing. I think if you guys ever go to New Zealand, the whole Gibson winery is a very big brand. And we went for like the chill one. Like we went to like a small outlet where they already give you the wines, but the big one is if they give you into the taverns and the caves where they keep the wine. But I have to say, I don't even drink wine, and Gibson's wine is
Yeah.
oh my god.
You can squeeze it yourself or like what?
No.
Oh, it's not that kind.
Squeeze,
No, you just sit
They
down
just
and
brought
just
out
a drink.
like a
Yeah.
selection.
Oh, you don't go and like.
We don't go
Oh.
squeeze.
I'm pretty sure there is some activities
Yeah.
that do that, but we didn't do that.
Oh, so you just.
yeah.
sip.
This is
It was
definitely
really-
for the
it's
drinkers.
nice. I mean, even if you're not like a big wine person,
Oh my gosh.
the second place we stopped at had a beautiful view. There was like a volleyball court there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would have been very happy to just sit down there, sip on wine, and look at the view.
It's just
the whole
cheese
day.
and wine.
Yeah.
Cheese crackers wine. Cheese crackers
Nothing
wine.
crazy. I think you could do that also in like Italy and stuff. So
Yeah. But I think it would be a good point, like if you do not follow a tour group, to do these things right, you need a car.
Also rent a
Yes.
car. Did you guys rent a car there?
We did not.
No,
Oh,
heck
you
no.
because we were moving around. as a
Oh,
group
you guys
all the time,
get got
Yeah.
like.
But I mean,
drivers.
like countries like New Zealand and Australia,
to get
all
a
these
car, yeah.
wine tours are quite accessible. You can book like a half
A tour
day
group.
or
Oh, yeah. Then the van
full
comes
day.
pick you up.
Yeah, and then it's just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The winery.
Oh, y'all met.
We got back and then we got on a boat to bring us to a farm. So this is a 30-minute boat ride off the lake. Beautiful
good. This was
steamboat.
amazing.
It was a
Yeah.
steamboat, so
Oh.
they were shoveling coal into
Yeah.
the.
As
The-
you
yeah.
were
So,
right.
so
Wow.
there's actually the
Steam
coal
engines.
engine room,
Oh.
and they build like entrance on top. There's like a grill that you can walk over and see all the things, like literally the heat of the engines and the pistons all going out.
Wow,
You
they
can-
still
you can
have
see
those
it.
kind of boats.
Yeah.
ah.
So
Yeah.
this is a very iconic boat in Queenstown.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
the TSS
It's like the-
Ernst Law cruise. So I
Really?
think you can
Historic.
take it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's good
Tolkien's-
to remember. Then you
Tolkien's
can
cousin.
do it again, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
So we got
Yeah.
on the boat. 20 minutes ago, we ended up on this island that is a self-sufficient farm,
Amazing.
and we had dinner there, and it was amazing food.
Insane the amount
Crazy.
of food.
The
Wow.
food there was like the meats, everything was on the farm. The vegetables, the fruits. Oh my lord,
Fresh.
The plums were
Oof.
insane.
Wow, the carrots
Insane.
were amazing. I don't say
Carrot.
this. Like, can you imagine the carrots were
Yeah.
amazing?
Oh.
Like, the
No, they were
carrots were good.
freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the first time that night after dinner we went to a separate part of the farm and there was a show.
Oh.
And that was the first time we saw sheep in New Zealand.
So-
it was a sheep shearing show.
Yeah.
It was
So-
cute.
That was cute.
So I think the pride of their own cultures, right, or whatever this sheep sharing, is so interesting. Like, you never expect a whole auditorium
Just to watch people.
watching one guy shear a sheep and explain why they're shearing or what they do.
But after that,
then this is what all of them are.
shucks.
All right, this
What
is
happened?
So,
What happened?
so because they are farmers and they have livestock and stuff, right?
Eh?
So if you want to tell the story about our little friend.
Wait, is this going where I think it's
No,
going?
nothing that.
Oh,
nothing
okay,
that,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
No, I want to know what you think.
I thought,
Wait,
where
I
you
thought
think
that
it's
you're
going.
gonna watch a killing or something.
Oh no.
No,
I don't think-
no. He was very good with the sheep.
Okay.
So like casually, okay, sheep shearing everything, and then he brought out his little dog friend.
Oh,
A sheepdog.
A sheepdog.
Short.
Yeah,
Short-haired
Short-haired border
collie.
collie.
Border collie.
Yeah.
apparently the best sheepdogs.
oh yes,
And
yes.
so they did like a little demo thing where he gave instruct. So they had sheep gathered there already, and then there were some like scattered up, like on the hills
This
and
is
whatever.
uphill, like steep
Yeah, it's
uphill.
steep
We're looking
uphill.
up at the hill and
It's
they're
a
like
good 100 meters uphill.
Yeah.
you know.
like blocks
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
fur. and
So he
then
was
wool.
like, okay, man, I can't even remember the dog's name,
I can't
but
remember
yeah,
what's
he
it.
was like, he's gonna go and
Gather the
get the
sheep.
sheep for me. And so then this dog just hops over,
and
gathers them,
sprints, you know.
and they come like as a group.
Yeah.
And it's so cute.
Oh
So
my
cute.
god.
And the best part is the sheep that were down at the stage
Oh.
were all watching the show.
I
Yeah.
think they just wanted to go back out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, you think like, hey, you want to go and see a show about a dog gathering sheep?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, no.
I think
But wow.
it's fun. I enjoyed it.
There-
And then he was telling us about how these dogs are all professionally trained.
Wow.
3 years to train them.
Wow.
And when they go to the market,
Oh.
like a good dog can cost 30,000
NZD.
pounds.
Oh, and pounds are.
Yeah,
Oh my
pounds.
lord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently.
they're worth so much.
So yeah, so these dogs apparently that he explained that along the last 200 years or so that they've done like sheep farming, right? No matter what they've tried, horses, helicopters, drones, all these methods, the dogs are still the best.
The
So
fastest.
apparently they are so sought after, right? All these sheepdogs that one of them's minimum price is 5 digits already.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's amazing. It's very fun to watch and learn. But it's very cool to see the dog bring all the sheep back, and then the guy purposely get the dog to bring them out. And the dog was like, "What the hell, man?"
You don't think they do that every day? And the sheep's like, yao lay.
Yeah, probably.
No, actually, it's not so much the
But
sheep,
the-
it was the dog.
the
The dog was like, man, you
Yeah.
run again.
You can see the dog really get attitude one.
No, diva,
It's
the dog is
so good.
Yeah.
Celebrities like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
The dog. Oh,
you get paid to do the job.
It's true. It's true.
And they eat so well. The dog eats really well.
The dog eats well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We took a boat back to Queenstown, and then that night we went to a pub
Oh.
bar.
A bar.
And what happened in the bar? What did we hear?
Actually, I don't know.
Snap.
We were just looking to get like a drink somewhere. And then we heard this music like blaring from this place.
Live music.
Live
Oh, okay.
acoustic. But we were like, why is this song so familiar?
Yeah.
And we realized it was Lose Yourself.
By Eminem.
That's
But
crazy.
This
acoustic
guy
version.
just
And
whamming
was-
it on the guitar.
And it was slapping.
Yeah, it was great.
Also, you gotta forgive white people. He did some Shania Twain, like a bunch of
like,
stuff, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
So we had some drinks there,
Man.
and then we went back.
Yeah.
The rest of the Queenstown trip was actually just kind of like in the convention center playing cards and meeting people. But that was New
But
Zealand.
nightlife, you really don't have much to do in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because everything closes at 5. The only thing in Queenstown that I would highly recommend at night,
Patagonia.
2 places, Patagonia and Ferg Burger. But don't go to Ferg Burger. Go to Ferg Bakery
Yeah.
and get
Yeah.
the hot chocolate.
Ooh.
But I got 2 hot chocolates. It's Patagonia's hot chocolate and Ferg Bakery's hot chocolate. Both are different, but wow, at night when it's cold and you're getting hot chocolate and a Boston cream donut.
Wow, crazy. The Boston cream donut is mad.
What's that?
It's a powdered donut.
Oh.
Inside was vanilla cream,
Ooh.
but the cream isn't sweet.
Light.
So you don't get gelato.
Thick,
Man.
Yeah.
thick cream.
Like you really taste the essence of the
It was really
vanilla
fun.
bean.
It was really fun because in Western countries, New Zealand, everything closes at 5 and 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
lor.
This particular burger joint closes at 2 a.m. So we're like, you know what? Let's go.
Enjoy.
And
Yeah,
wow,
enjoy.
we like 3 of us shared a burger. It was very
And also
good.
one thing, like the sun doesn't set until like
Back
Good
in
Lord,
9
don't
time,
tell me
ah?
about the sun, man.
I mean,
like 10 p.m. I saw your stories, it was
Yeah.
still bright out.
Yes.
What's wrong with
I mean, that's the thing about summer, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I
just
hate
don't,
summer.
guys.
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
Doesn't that mess up your like
It really does.
does.
Yeah.
It genuinely
really
does.
We're still messed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like since we came back, we're sleeping at 10 o'clock every day. It's
great.
mad. But New Zealand, like I'm very grateful for the fact that we got to, like, these guys were so nice that they planned the major tourist activities to do.
Yeah, lor.
To
Yeah.
go back, like having tasted all these things, right? There are certain things I would want to do again. I want to do the winery tour, but like just one location. I want to do the onsen again.
Longer.
But I would definitely 100% go back to Queenstown. I think Queenstown is amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I've never had an experience with a brand that they take care or they take so much effort into planning 3 days of activities, right? And not just 3 days. Mind you, they gave every single participant a choice whether you want to do a more intense activity or a really relaxed activity. Of course, we went for all the relaxed ones because, why would we want to go bungee jumping? I mean, maybe some of us. But I think...
Yue and the mom went bungee jumping.
Yeah, well, they're just true
You and
seekers.
Okasan went
Okasan
bungee jump.
Jumping off the
Madness.
cliffs.
Okasan went for every
After she
single
survived
one.
the jet
Yeah,
she
but
can do anything.
After that, we didn't see her.
Okasan burned out at the end of it. She was sacked.
She
She was a bit sacked and then she was rested in the room, But I would say that the experience of Queenstown is like a great entry point if you just want to do touristy things, but not commit to like the caravan and driving off the beaten path. Because New Zealand is a lot of that after Queenstown, which we didn't get to experience in this trip. But the Queenstown experience this time around was like, wow, we'll take it. It's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing to complain about a trip
Really
like
though?
that, honestly. I didn't expect to be in New Zealand so soon in my life.
Yeah.
I always had this thought like, oh, maybe in the next 4 to 5 years or something. But the fact that we got to go, I think it's just, wow.
It still feels very surreal, to be
Just
honest.
choose your
Yeah.
seasons, I think it's a very big deal. That's the only thing, really.
But definitely worth going. At least once in your life. Just to
Yeah.
see that scenery in Queenstown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speechless.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You-
I don't even know what else
You
to say
wake
about
up in the morning, it's bright sun, in the distance, foggy mountains, and clouds.
it. Yeah, the clouds are
super
low.
low. Wow.
Crazy.
Why? How? When? And we got our good friend Singaporean Elliot. going down to the lake next to the duck swimming,
drank
just
water.
drinking water.
He drank the lake.
He
water.
drank the lake water.
I have questions.
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
know
like,
if
wow,
we
it's
would
so
recommend
good.
that.
It's so good, this water.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
Is
bad,
it safe?
bro. I don't think
we
so.
don't know. We didn't drink it.
I don't think so.
He
So
drinks
the ducks were swimming in the same water.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they all shat
his
there.
poops. It's clear, fresh glacier water.
Oh my
but why?
God.
You know, Elliot, why?
Cruise also goes near
Yeah.
there. So
The boat and all the edge.
All the swimming people with sunscreen on their skin. Yeah,
you
but
know,
Elliot,
Hey,
some
Elliot,
people
enjoy,
just
enjoy.
enjoy lah.
it's great. Queenstown was amazing. I think we were very blessed, very fortunate, very thankful that we went as a group like that. Because
I
that
love
was just half the experience. We also loved the game.
Yeah.
And we were rewarded with so many things from the game. It's insane. Met a lot of great people from all over the world.
Yeah.
I think that was crazy as well. And I think most importantly, like, it's so hard to believe that playing cards brought this team here. I really wish that even you, because you're part of the game channel, we could have brought more people over. Because it was such an experience.
I think my resolution, and this is like outside of like New Zealand, is actually to get the people in the team and also friends to play the game, because I feel like there's a lot more opportunities to travel with these, and I like that. Like the founder of the entire thing, James White.
Yeah, it's
He
principle.
says, and he lives by this mantra, right? Play the game, see the world.
Yeah, play the game, see the world.
And I feel like it shouldn't be just the fact that you can only travel if you're good, and that's not the case.
Nah.
Like a lot of people who went for this, right, were not good players.
No,
People-
not competitive
yeah,
players.
not competitive players.
Yeah,
like
they're not
people
competitive.
who enjoy the storytelling, the costumes, the cosplay, different parts of like the game, right? But people still came together and celebrated it. And I was like, you know what? Actually, I feel like this is something that everyone can enjoy, because going to a new country with friendly people and people that you know to play a game, wow, the experience is different.
It's really interesting because we almost share nothing in common with these people other than the love for the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like a different experience compared to going to the local game store, which is like
completely different, man.
great. But on this level, right, where people have been picked out from across the globe because of
We're
something
so
they
blessed,
love
yeah.
about the game, right? And you just meet them and it's like, wow, actually a lot of weird people in their own way, but we are so weird and that's why we're here together.
Yeah.
It's really different like when you're brought together with a passion like this and doing random things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Great people, great game. The only thing I wish we could have done more is stayed longer.
Yeah, definitely.
But you guys were
sure.
But
we
you
were there
felt
for
like you
very
guys were
long.
gone for a very long time.
it did feel like
Like
you guys
everyone
feel like,
in the office felt like you guys were gone for a month.
Yeah, you guys,
Yes,
you
man.
guys all look like
It was
making.
literally a week,
It
though.
really felt. I don't know. It just felt like, oh, you've been gone.
Yeah, it really coming back felt like they were making plans to move on with life already. And they hang up
we're
our
like,
pictures on the wall.
who's married now? How the
Yeah,
kids?
that's
Like,
crazy.
Oh my
It's like
god.
a lifetime
One
one
week.
gone.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Honestly, to anyone, New Zealand never really pops out on people's
To go
to
like,
go
to
list.
travel.
People
yeah.
like to go.
I think it needs
you know,
to be.
but it should be. I feel like this was an unexpected find from back in the honeymoon era. Because even back then, it was a Korea craze. Everyone wanted to go Korea, right? So like, this was very different. I think it's also such a well-paced travel. It makes you feel like you traveled.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
Oh yeah,
You have
that's
to
what you
travel.
guys said. Like you felt
Yeah.
like you actually traveled and
Yeah.
like you
Yeah, correct.
and
Because
you guys were well rested also. I feel like okay, come back.
you just need to do one thing a day.
Oh,
That's all you need to do. Just
You
one
got
thing
really
a day.
tired towards the end.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it was quite packed with their own activities.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, New Zealand, 10 out of 10. We'll definitely go back again.
How much do you think someone would need to budget
Oh,
if
that's
they
a
want to
great
go?
question.
Yeah.
I will put New Zealand on the same level as Japan in
So
terms of
how
spending.
much is
More.
that? Japan
Wow.
people can 5K can go. what?
more.
Oh,
Like tickets alone, let's say you buy in advance. Let's say you get cheap
you get
tickets.
a $4,000 return, $5,000
Wow,
return
that's
ticket.
even lucky. I would
That's
say
really good.
5 to 6 minimum for
flight
One
tickets,
person
yeah.
return. Yeah.
Lodging. And let's say you're there about 10 days, right?
Yeah.
I feel like per person can be 10, 12,000.
A lot more.
15.
Like yeah, you're talking about a minimum budget. I don't know. I mean, okay lah.
If like I want to enjoy, like
Oh,
if I
alright.
want to eat, I want
15.
to.
Okay, you don't
15.
do any of the paid activities.
Oh.
You really just don't move from one place.
Oh.
Maybe you can survive on like 5,000-6,000.
Oh.
Maybe lah. But there's you
I
gotta
think-
move.
Yeah, I think it depends what kind of traveler you're aiming
Yeah.
to be. If you want to enjoy, you're definitely clocking in
Yeah,
like
'cause you rent a car one day, so
the
it's like,
Yeah.
close to 15 to
15 per
20
person.
So 15 to
for
20
a
is a
week
safe-
at least.
Yeah, because
But like I know some people who do the hostel
Yeah,
or
the
like
bare minimum
backpacking
backpacker
kind of
hotel. You need a
travel.
car. That's the thing.
Yep.
Like that will dictate how amazing the experience is gonna be
Yeah.
versus how expensive it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So don't even talk about clothing yet.
Oh yeah.
So that's another expenditure altogether
If you're
because
going in winter,
when
I
you
mean,
go during
yeah,
that time with the
Yeah.
caravan, you're gonna
Just don't do a caravan if you're already free.
Yeah.
So it is. I will have to say the trade-off is New Zealand is definitely one of the more expensive holidays. I have to
Yeah,
say
I
that
think
it is
food's not cheap.
expensive. It is nothing is cheap in
Like a
in
bottle of
Queenstown.
water in Queenstown was like $4-5.
$5. Yeah.
Times
Dollars.
$3.
Oh, I thought it was
that's
like a 5 ringgit.
12
Like,
to 15 ringgit.
Yeah.
per
And the
bottle of
current
water.
exchange is like 2.9
Yeah, about
Yeah.
3.
or 3.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So the only good thing is you can refill your bottle anywhere.
not at the lake lah.
Not
Ideally
at
not.
the
Well,
lake.
I've not seen it yet, but I've seen Elliot.
Yeah.
Just has
But
a
hey,
big
to
net.
wrap things up,
Yep.
that's basically our New Zealand trip. Hopefully, you guys got a little bit more insight of what it's like to travel to New Zealand, things to look out for, things that you might want to try. If you guys have been to New Zealand, drop recommendations in the comment section below so that we can go for it and other people can go for it. Or if you want to go to New Zealand, have any questions, drop also in the comment section and hopefully we can reply.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I hope you guys enjoy this travel season. If you guys travel more,
fun times.
let us know in the comments.
Bye. Oi, sit down lah.